This is sports handicapper Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review, and I am back to deliver the MLB Overnight Lines betting preview segment to take a look at the games for Monday, May the 23rd. It's a very short card. Usually it is on a Monday, so that's not overly surprising, but we'll talk about a couple of games on this slate. We're going to start by looking at the Cleveland Indians taking on the Chicago White Sox. Now, this is part of a day-night doubleheader that is taking place between these teams on Monday. I'm going to zone in specifically on the first game of that doubleheader. First pitch at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Michael Clevinger on the mound for the Cleveland Indians. He is making his second straight spot start here for this Indians team. And to me, he's just a guy that is not a overly dominant pitcher. His stuff really doesn't have the kind of quality that I guess you could say you would expect from him being able to shut down major league hitters. And I think in this particular, and in his first start against Cincinnati, he allowed 4 runs on 5 hits and 5.1 innings of work. He's not likely to pitch deep. Cleveland's bullpen right in the middle of the pack in Major League Baseball, but they aren't great by any stretch. So you got to think the White Sox should be able to get some runs off Clevinger and the Indians bullpen. And on the flip side, I've got no problems betting against Matt Latos one more time. He'll get the start for the White Sox. He continues to really regress at a rapid rate after his strong start to the season, which was really deceiving. He was more lucky than good. Balls were just being hit in the right spot where fielders were able to catch them, but really he was getting hit hard. It's just hard, long line drive outs were what was happening against Latos. But now the correction is happening. He's starting to struggle. And now those line drives against him, they're turning into hits and runs. He's allowed 18 runs in his last 20.2 innings of work over his last 4 starts, facing a Cleveland lineup that has scored 59 runs in their last 9 games overall, enjoying a nice little recent surge. The over now 3-1 in Matt Latos' last 4 starts. Clevinger's first start soared over the total, so I expect runs in bunches here. I'll look to bet this game over the total. It's at 9 right now, pretty much across the board on the overnight line, so I'll recommend the over in Game 1 of that doubleheader between the Indians and White Sox. Let's also take a look now at the Phillies and Tigers, an interleague matchup on Monday night, and Vincent Velasquez has definitely shown that he's got definitely potential to be a prominent piece of the Philadelphia Phillies rotation for a long time to come. He's definitely shown signs of brilliance this season, a 2.42 ERA, his FIP and his xFIP pretty much right in line with that ERA, which tells you that his strong start isn't fluky. He really does have the elite level ability to get hitters out right now, and he should benefit here from facing the Detroit Tigers for the first time. The Tigers have been hitting the ball pretty well lately. That would be the one concern you'd have, but he should be benefit from the Tigers not having that much familiarity with Velasquez, so I think he can come in here, pitch a solid game. I'm not trusting of Mike Pelfrey to do the same for Detroit, that's for sure. He's been a routine bet against pitcher for me this season. His name has come up on more than one of these overnight lines videos that we've done in the past. He's been a little bit better in his last couple outings against Baltimore and Minnesota, but still not great by any stretch. He's still very hittable, still giving up a lot of loud, hard contact. His ERA at home continues to be very, very poor. 6.10 ERA in 4 starts for Mike Pelfrey here at Comerica Park in Detroit. Detroit is just 1-3 as well this season in Pelfrey's 4 home starts. Philadelphia has opened a slight road favorite in this game, right around -108, -110 in that range. I think it's warranted. I mean, Philadelphia's road record actually this season, they got a winning road record. 12-10 as of this video are the Philadelphia Phillies on the road this season. So I'll side with the Phillies here to get the win in this game. Their bullpen's always a little tricky to trust at the end of games, but I like Velasquez, what I've seen here. And even in an American League Park against a solid Detroit Tigers lineup, Velasquez loves to strike out opposing hitters, and Detroit is prone to striking out at times. Look at what Max Scherzer did against them last week with 20 strikeouts. So Velasquez can ring up the Ks, which he's been doing this season. He has a good chance maybe to neutralize this Tigers lineup. So I'll look to Philadelphia there at a near even money price to get the win against Detroit. Not really much else stuck out to me on this short Monday, May 23rd card, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe I was looking to bet under the total between Oakland and Seattle. Oakland's bats have just gone silent. They're dead cold. They're dead. They're ice cold right now. They haven't been able to hit the ball worth a lick against the New York Yankees this weekend. Now you've got to face Taijuan Walker, who's been very good, especially here at Safeco Field. But on the flip side, Rich Hill continues to pitch extremely well. I've talked about him as well on videos in the past. How about a 1.76 ERA for Rich Hill in 5 road starts this year? He's allowed just 6 runs in 30 innings pitched on the road. This sets up to be definitely a lower scoring game. Oakland's not hitting right now. I think Seattle's going to be in tough to get runs in bunches against Rich Hill. So, I was hoping for 7.5, didn't get it. Odds makers were pretty sharp here, setting this total at 7, but would still lean to that game going under between Oakland and Seattle on Monday night. Really, other than that, that's about it. It's a short slate. Not the greatest slate, but there's a couple of games that I'll probably have some kind of bet on for the Monday slate. So we're going to wrap things up for today. That will do it for my look at the MLB overnight betting lines for the games taking place on Monday, May the 23rd. I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. As always, check out sportsbookreview.com every single day for all the latest in quality sports betting information. Until next time, enjoy the games and good luck.